All right, so we're back for another episode of Black Brands Matter. You know, one thing you guys have always talked about before I had the curls was whether or not I was wearing a wig, which was so disrespectful, Dr. Jamie Parker. So a lot of people have been concerned with my hair. I don't know. I used to have a ponytail, then I had braids, then I had a fade. Now I got a dry curl. I don't know what I got going on, but I was excited to talk to you because one thing for sure, as I get older, I'm turning 44 next month. You start to think about your hair, and I recently lost a lot of weight, so. I've been taking more biotin, but anyway, we'll get into that. Let's talk about your products and why you decided to get into hair care.
Okay. Well, you don't look 44, and congratulations. But yeah, so I got into hair care because I was actually born with thin hair, and no one ever shared with me like that process or what that was like, and to grow up with it, I really didn't know like what to do about it. And so, as I got older, I got into sciences, and I was like, you know what? Let me try and figure something out, to help other people too. So I got with my partner John, and we created a formula that could regrow hair on anyone, regardless of age, race, or gender.
Okay, so let's back up. So you were born with thin hair.
Yeah.
And grew up with thin hair. So it was never a problem for you. It was just normal for you.
Yeah.
But then you started to identify that it was an issue for other people. And so you decided to tackle it because of it being a passion or because you want to provide the remedy?
A little bit of both. Like, I didn't want anyone else to ever have to experience kind of what I was feeling growing up, like not able to come up with answers. So like I would try to grow my hair longer, like it would get longer, but it would never look complete. It would never look
like
full,
yeah.
Ever. And no matter how long I grew it, I had braids, it was still, the parts were big. It was just spacey, it never looked right. And I just didn't want anyone to feel that way.
Okay, so when we walked in, I said, are you a doctor, a real doctor? Because you're a doctor. You have a PhD. What's your PhD in?
Mathematics, technology, and science.
Okay, so you became a doctor. That's a lot of education. I dropped out early because I wanted to get to the money. But one thing that I respect is somebody who is dedicated to, being an example of being a young black man, young black entrepreneur, and an educated person. How important was it for you to pursue your doctorate and to get that qualification?
It was very important. I didn't have anyone to look up to or, guide me or anything like that. And so I just wanted to kind of be that person for other individuals. Have that PhD and, all of that, just so someone could have someone to talk to.
Now, did your degree help you with developing this product?
Well, it helped me meet the right people to help develop it. Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about hair loss, because I know growing up we always heard hair for men or these different brands, and there's so many people out there trying to do it. Most of these commercials don't look like us. You're actually the first African-American person I've seen with this hair care product. Is it different creating for us than creating for them?
No, it's just we need a lot more moisture in our products, and but it's just like we're all so unique, but also so different at the same time. It's just because some people need like 1 squirt of our formula a day. Some people need 4 squirts. So it's just giving people the comfort in allowing them to experiment on how much do I actually need, and just giving them that I believe in you, you can do it type of
Okay, so
feel.
the brand is Lotus 39? Okay, so who was the brand created for?
Everyone. So 2-year-olds use it, 80-year-olds use it. It works on, all hair types, all genders, all races, all of these things.
So 2-year-olds, so you can use this on a kid as well?
Yeah.
So when you tested it, when you originally created it, before we get to test it, when you originally created it, did you create it for everybody? Like, did you think kids would want to use it too?
No, we didn't think hair growth was a worry for little kids until parents started, reaching out to me and connecting with me. Even no matter the university, even secretaries of big universities would contact me and say, hey, my niece needs, hair formula. And I was like, wow, like you're at this big, I thought you would have access to something. Like, no, nothing's working. And so they would call us and then we would help them and they would love it. Like 6-year-olds, like wouldn't be able to grow their hair past this length and use the product for like 2 weeks and like have, oh my God, more length than we ever had in her her entire life.
So now, is this like for bald spots, or is it just for all hair? Like, so wherever your hair used to grow, you can grow it back there.
Right, right. And it's a lot easier for someone who like used to have full hair. Like if you always had thin hair, it won't make your hair somewhere where it's never been, if that makes sense. Like I would never have hair like Genuine or you or one of these people. You know what I mean? But like if your hair used to be full, like it's a good chance that we can get you there and definitely stop the hair loss.
Really, and so it's preventative as much as it is.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And the people, to be honest, the people who already have good hair, when they start using it, the hairlines come out even further. You know, the people putting the beards get fuller. They want thicker eyebrows, eyelashes. It just works for everything.
Really? And so there's no injections, it's just all these products?
No. And speaking of injections, you know, to be honest, I didn't realize how many women were doing steroid injections. I didn't realize how prevalent it was. Once I finished the PhD, I had a lot more time to talk with individuals, and women would share, Jamie, you know, I tried PRP, I tried steroid injections, I bleeding from my scalp, and it didn't work. But when I used your product, it got me as much, if not more, hair than doing these things. And you know, to be honest, for the men who say, I want a woman with natural hair, I don't think they understand how much and how hard a lot of women have tried to improve their hair, and nothing a lot of times has worked for these women. And that's another reason why we wanted to create a formula like this.
You know, I was hanging with Floyd Mayweather one day, and somebody around him said, I want a girl with good hair. He said, I want a woman with healthy hair. You know, because good is subjective, right? And healthy is something that I think everybody's striving for. I mean, I've been thinking about, okay, as I get older, hair will start thinning. I used to have really, really thick hair, and you know, I'm about to be 44, like I said, and it's starting to get lighter. Is it something that I should start thinking of now and start using now, so that way I don't have to deal with it when I have maybe a patch right here or a patch right here?
Yes, absolutely. And but the good thing about the formula is that it's going to make the individual hairs bigger as well. So not only does it grow it faster, longer, make sure like we don't start to see recession. If there is recession, bring it back forward. You know, but it's just going to make the hair, you know, darker as well. So if someone originally had blonde hair, it will make it blonder. It just enhances the color also.
So has it been scientifically proven to work?
Yeah, so I did get clinical proof, because me as a researcher, that's the first thing I would ask, like, is it clinically proven? You know, so that's the main thing we did. We had an outside company test it, proved it, improved the health of the skin, the scalp, because what we've realized is that in order to heal the hair, you have to heal the scalp. And so we focus on healing the hypoderm of the skin and protecting the energy, because the brain is, you know, letting off radiation. As we know, when it gets, you know, super cold outside and we take our hat off, you know, if we play sports, anybody who plays sports, take your hat off, all we see is this heat coming up. So we have to protect the scalp from that type of radiation from the brain, and that's what helps improve the hair.
So how many people have you tried this on?
Oh man, I mean, well, we've sold it like thousands so far, but yeah, we can grow hair on everybody. Yeah.
So how long does it take? Because most people are impatient. You start to see a little getting a little thin. You want your hair to grow back really quick. How long does it take?
Some people have seen results in 2 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like regrowing back out of the scalp?
Yeah, and it's to the point where, like, I don't know, like I wouldn't even ask, people would just tell me, and I was shocked. It was honestly to the point where I thought some people were dyeing their hair because it made it so dark. I said, you dyeing your hair? You shouldn't do that. And it was like, Jamie, I'm not dyeing. I said, you just use the product. Yeah. And I was like, wow.
But how do you apply it though? Do you just like put it all in? I mean, there's different things here. So
yeah.
Is it just these two products?
Yeah. So basically this product, the small bottle, just increases the circulation. And you just, you know, like that.
You just put like a couple drops on it?
Yeah, a couple drops and massage it in.
Okay.
And then this one, you know, you put like, you know, 1 to 8 squirts, you know, depending on, you know, how much you want to use, and just wait, you know.
Just rub it in.
Yeah, and honestly, it's to the point where sometimes, like, I wouldn't even put it on my beard, because I would know that, you know, if I had just got a shape up or something, it would start regrowing it like that same day. Like it would start making my hair grow back.
What about me, like where my beard, like I'm new to beards, but like my beard's growing in, but then right here it's like a little thin.
Yeah.
If hair's never grown there, will hair grow?
Yeah.
So I can get a full beard?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
So what areas should people try it on? You said their eyebrows, they're everywhere?
Yeah.
Everywhere where there's hair?
Yeah. A friend of mine, Rachel, she said, Jamie, I've been trying to grow hair on my eyebrows for like 3 years. She said, and your product did it in like 2 weeks. Got me more hair in 3 years, in 2 weeks than I did in 3 years. You know, I was like, you know, so just to hear these like great success stories. There are some individuals though who, you know, have to understand that if your hair is very sick, we have to get rid of that hair first. So you might see a little bit of loss because we have to get rid of the sick hair and then we start to make it come
so
back.
it can cause hair loss?
So what it is going to get rid of the sick hair, because some people have very sick hair. Some people have issues that they never addressed.
Is that like alopecia?
Well, you know, to me, and let's talk about this because I feel like people need to know, alopecia is such a generic term, you know, that these doctors just throw at people just to get them out of their office. You know what I mean? And I feel some
Because like even when I see somebody with just hair loss, I'm like, they got alopecia.
Exactly, and now you see. But no matter the issue, like whether they have folliculitis, whether they have itchy scalp, you know, we can help address it. But I think people have like health issues, like maybe kidneys, maybe something wrong with their circulatory system, lymphocytes that they don't know. And I think that goes to a broader issue with, you know, not enough medical doctors care enough to diagnose who they're seeing.
All right, so like I take a lot of biotin. Does biotin work good with this, or do you need biotin, or is that?
You know, to be honest, a lot of individuals do use biotin. I've had some people. I mean, you could use biotin with it, but it's really not necessary.
Really?
I mean, most of the people who start using this stop using biotin because of the gosh, I'm seeing a lot more results using this. What do I need the biotin for? You know what I mean?
What about other pills or Rogaine? Is it necessary?
Oh man, speaking of Rogaine, so Rogaine actually contains minoxidil, which is bad for your liver and can also cause, you know, problems down there. And the
Wait, with an erection?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and different places have covered this, different news sites, but you won't really hear about this because a lot of these big dermatologists are endorsed by these companies that own minoxidil-based products. And to be honest, I spoke with a top dermatologist and I said, hey, I have something all natural, you know, vegan, you know, cruelty-free, all of these things. And I said, and it's working. Like we never tested it on rats, you know, we worked on it, we put it on ourselves, we've grown hair. And he said, Jamie, he said, I get paid by these people. I can't work with you in any way.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. And so it's almost like if they hear something negative about their product, they're gonna keep it to themselves because it's gonna affect their paycheck.
Wait, and so this is all natural? It's never been tested on animals?
No.
So you just
never.
tested on people?
Yeah, testing on ourselves.
Oh,
We
wow.
tested on ourselves until we got it right.
All right, so now does this stop like itchy or dry scalp?
Yes.
So what creates itchy or dry scalp? Is it just a lack of hydration or?
Yeah. So all of these different things, issues within the circulatory system, and then like we said, like different bacteria, you know, maybe a virus, you know, but all of these different things can affect, you know, the skin. So anything that we have to understand something that when the body has an issue, the first place that it's going to show is the skin. You know, it's trying to alert you like, hey, there's an issue here. You know, let's help figure this out.
Right. All right, so for most of our audience are black people, so they're watching. This product is for everybody. How does, and this is the part I want to understand, how does this product help black people's hair the same as it would help white people's hair? Because the hair is very different, or is hair follicles very similar? I don't know.
Right. I mean, so, you know, everyone is so very different, like with size of hair, you know, the amount of hair, and these things like that, but it works for everybody. It's not based on hair type, it's, you know, these things like that. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so what is it that you see in most people that want to use this product? Why are they motivated?
They just are looking for a solution. Like I typically get the people who, you know, have tried everything and nothing is working. Like I even get the people who tried, what do you call it? The implants, the hair implants. They get the hair implants, and what happens that they have to understand is that the body can reject the hair implant as well. So some people are like, oh, if I really cared, I would just get a hair implant. But the body can reject the hair implant, so you need something to heal the skin enough, which is our formula, heal the skin enough to properly receive the injection if somebody wants to go that route. You know, and then also in the process, while it's healing the skin, while the new hair is in there, you know, help grow the hair as well. And so some people say, oh, if I really wanted, I would just go to this alternative, but they don't understand that that alternative is expensive, and then the body could still reject it. You
So
know?
why do people go for those injections? Is it because they think the more extreme, the more effective?
It's possible. It's possible, and they just want a quick fix, you know. And I see people with some, you know, hair injections sometimes, and I'm like, I could have got you that for, you know, $300,
Right.
you know, just messing with a few of my products, you know. And you spent, you know, $7,000, $12,000 over in Turkey or one of these places, you know, which is fine, but you needed something to supplement what you were doing, you know. And I know you didn't really go toward the hair transplant route. I know I kind of threw it in there, but it's just, I'm just going with, you know, going with it, yeah.
So what's the price point for your products?
About $80.
$80? Wait, each or for both?
No, for both, for both.
$80 for both. And these two bottles, okay, so you can buy $80 for both. And then you use them both together. So you put this one on first, then that one. And then it could take, what's the longest you've seen it take on somebody?
I would say about 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks in order to see results. Because people have
And you do it once a day?
Yeah, about once a day. You know, for women who have like excessive hair, you know, if you wanted to put a lot more on so you don't have to put it on like every day, then that's fine as well. Oh, you brought me to an important topic I want to touch. And I don't know how I got here. Sometimes you just gotta go with it.
As we just keep talking.
Women who wear wigs and weaves, they don't understand that the static electricity created and caused by these things also cause hair loss. And that's one thing I really want to share with the people who are viewing this. It can really destroy and degrade the hair, and they don't understand, you know, how much it's damaging it.
But what about women who are saying, I'm still going to wear my lace front, I still want to wear my wig, can I still use this to help treat the damage caused by wearing it?
They could, but I wouldn't recommend it. You know, I wouldn't recommend they wear it at all. You know, if they want their natural hair, if they say, you know what, I don't want my natural hair ever again, then sure, you know, wear that. But if you say, I'm growing, I want to grow my natural hair underneath, then that's fine. Like, I feel like braids, like if you get those like individual braids and stuff, those little braids, that might work a little bit better because it still allows the scalp to breathe to some extent. But when you get the wigs and the lace fronts, that static electricity is really damaging.
Okay, so for me, if I want to do it, I want my whole natural head of hair to be hairy. Would I just treat it like shampoo? Like just put it, or it has to go right into the scalp, right? So you have to massage into the scalp.
Yeah, massage into the scalp. And some other things, like I've noticed that if somebody massages it into the scalp for the individual, like it grows like 3 times faster. So if you have friends or if you have like a masseuse and they massage it in, quick.
But it's once a day.
Yeah, about once a day. And sometimes, you know, if you miss a day or two, that's fine, depending on the health of the scalp or depending on like, you know, how quickly you want the hair to grow back. But
Well, so why is this like the world's best kept secret? Because I've never heard of it until today, but now everybody's going to hear for it. Hopefully everybody's going to support it. Why is it like the world's best kept secret? Is there a bunch of people who make a lot of money off people not knowing you exist?
you know, we're scientists, and you know, we don't really know the business world too much. We don't know the best way to inform others about what we have. So a lot of times we've just been going off of word of mouth about it. And then I was working on my PhD. And so when you're writing a paper for 5 doctors, that's where all your energy is, because they're going to be the ones who let you pass now. So I just been too busy to like, you know, inform more people about it.
Right. All right. So why should people get this product today and try it?
Because, well, we have clinical proof. It's all natural, and you know, my cell phone number is available, so I'll be here to guide you. You know, one thing I also want to do is create like weekly segments to where you get to hear from other people who've used it, and just I get to work with you. So I'll actually work with the people, say, hey, you know, let's try 1 squirt a day, you know, for, you know, a week, and see, you know, and check out progress, you know, and then you'll get guidance, like, because a lot of people, you know, they'll start from the sides with the regrowth, and then it'll come up. And sometimes if you're just looking at it on your own.
You mean the sides of their hair?
Yeah, because some people say, oh, my sides and my back is fine. I just want to get a little more on the top. But they're not recognizing that it's coming. And so sometimes if you use something else, you won't have that guidance. You won't have that person to look at the picture and say, all right, I think we have to adjust here. I think you need a little more moisture. I think you should use it a little more in the morning and in the night. So you have someone that actually guides you, that actually care, that actually suffered from hair loss. You know.
Oh, okay. So you can determine whether or not they need to use it more or less, or how to use it. Okay. And I think another reason why is because it's black owned. And I'm just really grateful that we have an opportunity now at Hollywood Unlocked to continue to highlight black businesses, because I keep saying, you know, the way we circulate our dollar is important, but more importantly, we invest in each other. That's how we all continue to grow and help our folks. I'm gonna actually try it, and I'm gonna try it, and if it works for me, I will be your biggest promoter. Because, you know, again, I thought yesterday, I was like, okay, because a friend of mine just recently went through hair loss, and then they're figuring it out, and I'm like, okay, well, as I get older, I mean, I want to have hair until they put me in the box, you know? So I was thinking, like, what would the solution be? So I was excited that I was gonna meet you.
Oh, awesome.
But I'll try it, and then, yeah, I won't be able to stop talking about it.
No, I'd be honored. I'd really appreciate if you did.
Well, good. Okay, so where can they find the products?
So we have an Instagram page, We Hair Now, and the website is actually valentinodesalva.com.
Okay, and we'll put it up too. So people
I
can find
appreciate
it.
that.
All right, well, I appreciate talking to you.
Appreciate talking to you.
All right, thank you. Go get it, because I'm gonna use it. And if it works for me, I'm telling you, y'all gonna not be able to stop talking about me. And then definitely can't say I'm wearing a wig. Bye.